Hello, this is Tiajuana, the real estate apostle, living my best life coach. And today is, or actually it's this morning time. So I'm doing a live because I still hadn't put a video together, and I'm just excited about the last live that I did. And that was a couple nights ago. So I'm just trying to keep up my obligation here with this here algorithm and doing the story times. It was a success for me, and I was excited I wanted to do it again. So I'm just getting on here because like I had a lot of years of being a night nurse, so staying up all night ain't no thing for me. And sometimes I do get a little bit of insomnia and I'm up. However, the reason I'm up tonight is because I had a guest who was picking up one of my Turo cars from the airport, and his plane was supposed to land at 11:30. However, I guess he's coming from the East Coast, so there were some weather delays, and I'm just opening the car for him. So I had to stay up for that guest who didn't get here until a little bit later. But today I'm going to be I'm going to go back to the beginning of this whole thing of me starting off as an entrepreneur. And here I am 2 years later. It took 2 years. And part of me was feeling like in order to like really make any type of a really big transition, usually, there's the gestation period for everything, all the things that happen to us in our life. And I'm just excited that, 2 years is pretty fast. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like and subscribe. Let's go ahead and let the people see that. Y'all see that I'm starting to pick up my skills because my intentions are to really put some real time and energy off into building up this YouTube channel. Like I've in the past before, I've kind of dibbed and dabbed and did a few little things, but never, not never. I guess I'm just waiting. It's a slow pie, like I said before. It's a slow cooker, so it's like making beans. Like it's not no 30-minute meal. You gotta take the time for that, and things is working and happening. Like I said before, this is the first venture that I've been doing as an entrepreneur that's actually working. And I'm excited because I kind of have a nice little handle on that, and I'm learning a lot of stuff daily for that too. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. And because I'm really want to be able to help a lot of working class people, people I'm talking to are like people like me that were you're not young or you've got some responsibilities and things like that where you can't really just you feel uncomfortable quitting your job. Like if you got a I guess a middle class job, I'm talking to the people that's making the six figures. Even if you're just making 50,000 or something a year, giving up your income to try and be an entrepreneur could be a really a scary thing, could be a scary thing. And there's a lot of things that go into it, and the reason why a lot of people aren't successful, because they get started and maybe their mindset isn't in the right place, because it's super important. If your mindset isn't in the right spot, the little seeds of doubt that start to sprout, they'll start to really get in your head and really make it difficult for you to progress on, because you'll start to like I said, get in your head and go through a whole bunch of horrible things. But we're going to go on back to the beginning of the story here, since this is story time. My name is Tiajuana. I'm 51 years old, and I was born in Los Angeles, California, and I moved here to Montgomery, Alabama, I think like 17 years ago to to get away from the Bloods and the Crips. However, I didn't know that Alabama got their own version of gangs. Only they call them Roll Tide and War Eagle. Anyway, that's a little joke that I wrote back in 2019 when before at that time 2019 like I said, I've been always trying to figure out how to get out of this nursing thing, right? So in 2019 my plan to get out of nursing was to do comedy on cruise ships, right? So 2019 I took this comedy class in Atlanta at the Laughing Skull. It's a little comedy spot there. And anyway, so I take the comedy class and get me a nice little routine together. It's actually posted here on the channel called Funny Nurse Stories. Anyway, so that's 2019. I get my little monologue together for my little nursing stuff. And, you know, I'm going around doing my little open mics. I'm excited. People laughing at me. It's, you know, I'm having a fun time developing my my muscle, you know, for this whole comedy thing, right? So I was going around doing the comedy thing, and then all of a sudden COVID happened, and like pump the brakes on that thing. So I pivoted, and I figured I'd do go into real estate. So I took a real estate class, passed that, and for me, I'm a person that I don't mind taking a chance. Like I'll take a chance. I'll risk. I like to take a chance. That's how things work out for you. Can't be scared, can't be scared. So I did the real estate thing, and whenever I try to do something, I always in my mind all the faith that it's going to be successful, and this is the thing. Let's get ready, you know, to get my $1 million. It's going to be the thing that, you know, changes lives, and you know, it takes time for these things to happen, but for the most part, those things never really happened out for me. So anyway, all that to say is that when I got the real estate license, I had it all planned. Like, I'm about to quit this here nursing thing, you know, because like I said before, all my kids were grown, so and gone. They were off doing their own little thing, and I had an opportunity to, you know, try to you know, take a chance because I didn't have to be responsible and worry about these kids stuff. So I quit the job first, which I'm going to say, I'm just going to flat out say that I don't know if I want to say if it's a mistake or not, but yeah. No, I don't want to say it's a mistake. I don't think anything in life happens as a mistake. Even the things that appear to you that they failed, they're really it's really the universe or God, or however you want to make it make sense to your brain, putting you through like challenges to get you set up for the thing that's going to happen. But a lot of times we get we get in our feelings, and we'll just kind of give up on the dream when things don't work out how we anticipate them. But if you didn't go through these trials and tribulations or values or whatever you want to call them, you wouldn't be able to enjoy the blessings that you are receiving, because you got to go through something in order to get something. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to hang on to it, because you wouldn't have the appreciation for actually, you know, going through something and obtaining it and getting the victory. So look at me, I'm all over the place. I'm just talking here because it's been working so far, and I've just been grateful for like all the interaction that folks been giving me thus far, and tapping in with questions and all that good stuff. And I'm just grateful to actually have some answers to give, because, you know, like I said, if you go back and look at these videos, you can see that I tried a lot of different things and stuff, and I try a lot of different things, and you know, of course, I always do my best. And I'm not giving up on the real estate. It's just that it's not the time. And the reason why I pivoted this time to do the Turos, because you know, throughout the 2 years after I quit in 2020, I ended up going back to work December of 2020. So pretty much it was like Christmas Eve. So we're going to just say January. So 2021, boom. I ain't selling no houses. So I'm back working as a nurse. The good thing about that was that 2021, January 2021, we were, you know, they was throwing a lot of money at us nurses for this COVID thing. So those rough months where I wasn't making any money, and my, I was having a hard time with the mindset and everything. When I went back to work, I was, making twice the money, so I was able to, pay down my debt and get my credit score back up. So, and it made me more cautious, where I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to just do that kind of move again. And it helped me to be able to make the decision and be able to tell other people that when you start a business, you want to use business credit and not your own personal credit. Because in the beginning, the first time when I did it, when I quit in 2020, do the real estate, I started the business, but I wasn't using any business credit. I was using my own personal credit, because at that time I didn't foresee that when you're starting a business, you can't really be, living off the money. You need to be reinvesting it back in the business, right? In order for it to grow. But a lot of people, me included, make the mistake of when you start a business and use your own personal money. So how are you going to be able to grow it if you are using your own personal money? It's a lot easier, and you have a better chance of being successful if you can you fund your business with other people's money, and which is what I did on the second time around. So I have an opportunity to have tried, do both ways, and that's why I can sit here and say that I'm, actually being effective, now with the using the business credit. All right. So the first time I did it, like I said, I did. I had cashed in my retirement. I spent all my savings because I had faith, right? So which is something that you really do need to have in order to, make a jump like that. However, your faith is going to be challenged, and when the stable paycheck isn't coming in, there's gonna the doubt is gonna come. I ain't gonna even lie to you. And even me, I was prepared. I was doing a lot of meditation and all that stuff. And like I said, like having faith and believing in myself, that's easy for me. I was able to do that. However, your esteem, you got to make sure you keep it up, because it do get a little scary out there when you start, seeing the money going, and it's almost like I always try to liken things to like Bible scriptures stuff. So the story when Jesus was walking on water, and Peter's like, hey, what you doing out there? And Jesus invited him out there, right? So he's walking out there, and then once he recognizes that he's like walking on the water, he gets fearful. He starts to gets fearful, doubt, and then he starts to sink, and then Christ got to help him out, get him out of that. And it's why he's so fearful. But anyway, all that to say is that, when you're walking out on faith, you got to keep your mind focused on, that you're able to walk out on faith, so you don't get fearful and start to sink, right? So did I digress on that? Let me get back on the subject here. So I did that all the wrong way. So however, fast forward, a year and a half later, now that I've, going back to doing this travel nursing, and I got a little distracted. Not really. I had to wait because, like I said, when I did the first time, my credit score had got dropped down into the sixes, right? So after, I had to work hard to pay the money back, and, I had to really learn the concept and the thoughts behind credit. Like I had to put some energy and effort into understanding the graph, the pie, like the breakdown, as far as like the utilization. Oh, that was like a light bulb moment for me when I discovered about the utilization, and like, to get obsessed with making sure I keep my utilization down, very low or whatever like that. So anyway, that helped out a lot. And then I started strategically building up my business credit, like at this time, it's a lot easier to get qualified for business credit when you have good personal credit, so that's why it's important to build up that personal credit. and keep that score up so you can, when you do apply for the business credit, you'll be more than likely to get it. So that's what I was doing on that point. And the Turo thing kind of came at the last minute because I was still, trying to do the real estate thing, and then there was some issues with some money there where I was making some mistakes and ended up losing a good chunk of money. I had lost about a little bit more than $17,000, and I was this close to going back to getting a nursing assignment, because that's what I've always done in the past. Whenever things didn't work out with me financially, I just go back to working as a nurse. So I had that as a fallback plan. But this time I just felt like, I just can't keep doing it. I need to just keep my eye focused on the, the goal, and, get through it. And the more I did it, it worked out and stuff. So I'm just laughing because I just hopped on here and did this after I let the last guest in, and I was telling myself I was going to make the video, but I didn't really do any type of research. So I'm just up here, I'm just talking, and I was hoping really for a replica of what happened the other night when people got on here and started asking questions and all that good stuff. So I guess what I could do is I could answer some questions that I did get, some comments and questions from someone who had showed up for the that last live. It was 𝐾𝐨𝐬, who's been really encouraging and putting out some nice little comments and questions out there for me. However, I think I'm just going to kind of wrap this up now because, I've been talking for like 17 minutes and nothing's happening. And I'm just grateful that I'm putting out this video. And I've added the Tube Buddy, so I'm going to see what's going on with that. But here is another little part of the story time, so I can show the algorithm that I am participating and I'm making some more content. All right, so tune in, and I'll come up, soon with another video, y'all. Thanks for sticking with me. Go ahead again and like and subscribe, and click the bell notification so you'll be notified every time I upload another one of my fabulous videos. So peace and love. Talk to you soon. Bye.